This is no longer Gwen Jorgensen's Instagram. She's been hacked.
Non-committal, help you with your career, just a little. You supposed to hold me down, but you're holding me back, and that's the sound of me not calling you back.
By Colleen Quigley. I'm Gwen's teammate, and I run the steeplechase. And I have this crazy thing on Instagram called Friday that started about a year ago, where every Friday I post a picture of myself in braids, like any different type of braid style, and talk about whatever I did that day in my braids and how whatever I'm doing is working towards a larger goal that I have for myself. And it's all about how the braids make me feel fast. So that's why they're called fast braids. And I also get, photos of other people doing crazy, awesome things in their braids and talking about, hey, I won the state title in my braids, my fast braids, or whatever that is. So today I talked Gwen into letting me braid her hair with some fast braids to help her feel fast, even though we're done training for the day. But I'm still gonna make her feel fast for her afternoon nap or
maybe
whatever.
I'll keep them in till tomorrow for the workout. Maybe.
Perfect. Yeah, we have a workout tomorrow. So I'm gonna put a little product in a Talbot stay. Maybe that'll help it stay overnight. A lot of people have been asking me to do braid tutorials, and I'm not like some kind of braid, I'm not a braid expert. I grew up watching my mom braid her hair.
Oh, interesting.
Sounds like Gwen might be the same.
Yes.
Did your mom braid her own hair or just yours, Gwen?
Just mine. My mom had really short hair. Yeah, I was telling Colleen a story about when I was little. I used to be very obsessed with my hair. Everything had to be perfect. And so I'd ask my mom to braid my hair, and sometimes she'd have to do it 3 or 4 times because I'd say, no, this side's uneven, or there's a lump over there. And I just think back now and I think, oh, my poor mother.
Princess Gwen.
I know. I'm still Princess Gwen.
Well, now you're sitting in the braid chair again. I hope I can do your mom proud.
I just want to say I am loving this already. I feel like I'm at the salon. Good, right? Oh, yes.
Getting your hair done is the best. It's like a scalp massage. So today I'm going to do one of my favorite styles, which is a headband. I call it a headband braid. So it's going to be like close to her forehead, and it's going to be 2 braids along the front, and then it goes into a ponytail. It could be a high pony or a low pony. You can actually go into like a braid down the back too if you wanted to like double up the braid. So I'm just putting in some product to help it stay better. So I parted down the middle. I love this little comb has a pointy end on it to make really sharp, really strong parts. So I just did that kind of like 3/4 of the way down her head on the side. And then I'm gonna part kind of the top of her head running parallel to her scalp to make this like little square patch here. So if you can see where I've made a square, it goes this way and then straight along the top. So this is the hair that I'm going to use, and then this hair is going to be down into a pony. So I'm going to, actually I want this again. I'm going to just use a little strip from the top to start. So I have this section, and that's enough for 3 small pieces, and you can, you can kind of start as big or small as you like. I kind of like to start with just a little bit of hair. Okay, so I have this chunk of hair here, and I'm gonna divide that into 3 pieces. So just try and do like about the same size pieces. And then once you have that, so I have 3 pieces, I'm gonna take the outside piece, bring it to the middle, and do that again on the other side. Outside piece, bring it to the middle, and I'm keeping my fingers like really close to Gwen's scalp so that everything stays tight, or else if you're like out here, it gets really loose really easily. So I want it to, for this braid at least, I want it to be tight, so my little fingers are just like right up against her scalp. So then I do the same thing once more. The outside goes to the middle. I'm gonna hold that tight, and then I'm gonna add some hair. So I'm gonna go over here just like a little bit, maybe double the size of what it currently is, and add it to that piece that goes in the middle, and then tighten it down. And since I do want this to be like headband one, I'm keeping it tightened down and close to her forehead. And then do the same thing on the other side. So this is the outside piece. It goes to the middle. And then I just grab a little piece of hair on this side with my other finger. You know, maybe like about the same size. And add it to that middle one.
Colleen, is it harder for you to braid your own hair or other people's hair? Because you do both like
Good question.
so well.
I do both. I think it's easier to braid other people's hair. My arms get tired when I braid my own hair. And I'm usually doing it in the mirror, so then it's backwards. Like I'm looking in the mirror and it's backwards to what I'm actually doing. And that makes it a little added challenge too. But I've been braiding my teammates' hair since high school.
Whoa.
Like always the team braider. In high school, we'd be like on the buses on the way to the track meet on like a Thursday afternoon after school. And I'd be braiding hair on the bus.
Aww.
And then in college, we'd be in a hotel room because we usually travel.
Yep.
And then Saturday morning, we'd do our little shakeout before the race. And then we'd eat our breakfast. And everyone would come over to my room, my hotel room, and sit on the bed, and I'd braid their hair.
Oh, I love that. Now you do everyone on the Bowerman team.
Yeah, I do.
Like you always do Shelby.
Yeah, Shelby loves her braids. Kate, I've done Kate's braids a few times.
Have you done Shalane's?
Shalane's I've done. I did hers. I did Shalane's at the Olympics, actually.
Oh, wow.
That was a big deal.
Dang,
I remember.
That's high pressure.
Yeah, I remember coming to her room in the morning of her race, and I was nervous. I was like, oh God, gotta get this right. But I think it's really fun. Like the morning of the race is a good time to like have someone, like you're about to go do something that's kind of scary and you're nervous, you have butterflies, but like to sit down and have someone, you know, do your hair. It's kind of this calming, like
Yes, relaxing.
sure. Okay, effect, and you get to talk and just kind of like act like it's a normal day for a second, and it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Have you been adding hair this whole time?
Yes. So I just every time I take a piece from the outside, I bring it to the middle, and then I just add, you know, like I just bring my finger along, scrape along her scalp, and add a piece and tighten it down. And then the same thing on this side, just like add a little piece. So I'm adding probably less when I'm on this side towards her front of her head because there's less hair there. And I probably add a little bit more when I'm on this side. And you can add bigger or smaller chunks just depending on like how it'll kind of look chunkier versus like, I don't know, kind of more delicate if you add less. It's just like a different style. And I do it like pretty tight, but I think some people, if you're not going to work out in it, some people, you know, don't want it that tight because it can just kind of be like a headache on you. But if I'm running in it, I want it to be nice and snug so that it stays out of my face.
And doesn't fall
It's not
out.
flopping around, yeah. So I'm almost at the base of her, like the bottom of her hair here. I'm right behind her ear. I'm gonna kind of wrap it around underneath her ear, behind her ear.
This is like so intense. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna have to rewatch and see if I can do it.
So this is my last little piece here, right behind her ear, and then I'm just gonna braid it down like plain braid after this. So I'm right behind her ear, and then I'm gonna stop adding hair. It's not a French braid anymore. Now it's just a normal braid. Go all the way down to the end, and then I'm gonna do the other side.
Do you need a hair tie?
I have one actually.
Oh, nice.
I have these little hair ties, those tiny ones for something along those. It's not perfect. I have this little like kind of I have like a little loop right here, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Tell us about Nike and the hair ties. I think that's so cool.
They have hair ties at Nike. Yeah, they know us well. It's sometimes you show up to the gym, you don't have a hair tie.
And they have free ones there for
Yeah.
you to take, right next to the Band-Aids.
A little basket and a basket of Band-Aids and a basket of hair ties. I don't know what that says about what happens if you're at the gym and you get hurt or if you don't have a hair tie.
The two most important things,
Right.
apparently.
So now that is the first side, first part of her braid or headband. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, but it's gonna be a little smaller because that was like probably 2/3 of her hair on that side. So this one will just be like a little smaller one, a little quicker, but the same concept. So I'm separating, I want this clean part. So now if I pull her hair back like this, you can see like I have these like different sections. And I like how they just look clean. There's also an account, so my account is called Steeple Squigs, but there's also an account on Instagram that's super fun called Runner Braids. It's this woman who runs it. Her name's Carly. She's done my hair a few times actually for races. She lives in New York, so whenever I'm in New York for a race, I ask her to do my hair, which is awesome to have someone do my hair. Usually I just do my own hair for races, but it's a treat to have my hair done.
What kind of races does she do?
She's done some track stuff actually, but she's mostly road races like marathons and stuff. But she has done some track stuff. She did some indoor track this year actually, which I think she had a lot of fun with. They're in New York, so she has access to the Armory, which has a lot of good fun. Like every weekend you could race at the Armory, which is so cool. You stay in shape all winter.
Yeah. When Colleen first looked at my hair, she said, "Oh no," because I had, or something like that, because I had a gray hair, like it was shocking to me. But I haven't heard much more shock, so hopefully there hasn't been tons.
I had never noticed that you had a couple gray hairs.
I'm getting old, Colleen. I'm not.
The other day we were on a run and I was saying something about, what was I talking about? Someone?
The same age.
And I was like, oh, she's our age, or something. I was describing someone, and I was like, oh, she's our age, and then I was like, well, she's my age. But I don't think of you being that much older than me.
I know, but I'm like 8 years.
No, it's not 8 years. I'm 26, you're 33.
So 7?
Yeah.
Or 6? I don't know my math.
Like 6.5.
Yeah.
I don't have a kid, so I guess that's kind of a differentiating factor.
You have 6 years to Kevin.
We got time. Got all the time in the world. Okay, so now this side is just down to the braid part, just like normal braid part, and then I'm going to pull it into a pony. You could also do like, okay, now that I have these done, I could do just like a regular braid down the back. I'll show you a couple different options that we could do from here.
So that just be 3 braids then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that would get kind of crazy. I have another little ponytail holder, but that might be it.
I have a big one, a big Nike one.
Actually, hold this for a sec. Pause.
Got it?
Yep. So I'm just gonna.
So what kind of braids are you using?
These are little
ties.
hair ties. You mean they're from a company called Tie It Yourself. It's just a small little startup. This woman used to play volleyball, and she started this company with hair ties. So I use her different hair ties that come in so many different, like this one. So if you have kind of thin hair and you want to do a ponytail, you have 2 strands. This one has 4 strands if you have thicker hair. They're super stretchy, and you tie it yourself. So you like wrap it around however many times you want and tie it upon itself.
So you can make it as little or big as you want.
Yeah. So just these little ones are for, I'm just gonna hold them in place. So yeah, once I'm here, I can do like a lot of different things. I could say, okay, I want to do like a little low, kind of like a low pony, and I could tie one here like this, and then I would take out these little ties, but it was like a little low pony. Or I could swoop it up into like kind of a sassier
Ooh.
high pony, like this, and just gather the sides up like this, and do a high pony there.
And sorry, I think you said this, but if you do that, then once you have it in the pony, you would take out the braids past
Well, I would
the pony?
take out, everything past the ponytail,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Because I don't want, these would kind of like stick out.
Yep.
So I'd do this like high pony. Or I could do like another one, like I could start up here and just do the same thing that I was doing on the sides and just do it from the top, like divide into 3 and just start braiding again. The braids never stop. And this is whenever Carly does my hair for like races, she'll say like, what do you want? And I'll always just say like, do whatever, like just do something new. And we're just talking and she's braiding, and then we get done and she shows me a mirror of what she's created. And I'm like, wow, like what? That's crazy. Like, how did you come up with that? And she'll just be like, I don't know, I just started braiding, and then just like it kind of happened. Like I did one here and I added one over here and then I put them together. Just kind of morphed into this braid creation, which is fun. I love seeing when people tag me in photos. I love seeing all the things that they come up with that I've never tried before. You could also do, instead of adding hair on the top. I'll show you this one actually. You can add it below and it actually makes it pop like it's like an inside out.
Does that have
braid.
a name?
I think they're called Dutch braids if you do them like that. There's so many different braids and different braid names, which is one thing I've learned since starting to do this. I used to just be like, oh, it's all like French braids. I didn't know the difference, but there are lots of different types of braids. So this one, I have 3. I guess I should explain what I'm doing, I guess. I'm going, instead of going on top, I'm going underneath into the middle and then adding some hair. So I've had the one on the side. Instead of on top, I'm twisting underneath into the middle and adding hair. So now the braid, as I get further, you'll be able to see. Going underneath changes it completely and makes it kind of like stick out from the head. Actually, I really like this style too. And I could have done that on the first 2 braids as well, like towards her head. You could do this anywhere. It's just an opposite move. Instead of going on top, you tuck it underneath and you're still going from the side to the middle. And now you can see the difference between, now it's kind of forming here. You can see the difference between this one and the ones on the side.
Do you have a favorite one to do on yourself, or one that you think is easier to do on yourself versus, you know, you said it's easier for you to do on other people. So if you're doing it on yourself, what's the easiest one for you to do? The easiest
one for me to do on myself is just one braid down the back. So it kind of looks like what I'm doing here with you, except for I just don't do the 2 in the front.
Yep.
And I just gather it, you know, and the top piece into 3 pieces, and I just go one down the back. That's like my quickest go-to if I'm in a rush. I don't really have time.
And how long does it take you? Like once you're getting
that takes me like 3 minutes maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'd probably braid my hair more if I could do it in 3 minutes.
That one's fast, and it stays in. It's out of my, you know, face, and especially if I'm like sweaty and stuff.
Yeah.
Just keeps it all from like being annoying on my, like sweaty on my back.
And then it probably doesn't matter what your haircut's like either.
Yeah.
It's also tight. You can like.
It looks really good when you have like streaks in your hair.
Ooh.
Like makes you look like a tiger when you have like, different hair streaks. So there we go, like one down the back like that. And then like if I could do like this too, I could add it in and like do a pony like this. This is kind of fun. I've never really done this before. I just kind of messing around now.
You're being artistic, which is kind of I think fun about like, the braids. It's like you talked about earlier.
It can be different every time.
Yep. It makes you feel like fast, empowered, like artistic.
It's super fun, and it doesn't really, like the whole fast braid movement doesn't matter what type of braids that you end up doing. It's just, do you feel like a badass when you're wearing them? There's like a bug on you, Gwen.
Uh-oh.
Do you feel fast when you're wearing them? And then, you know, that's
I already feel fast.
the whole thing.
Do you know, I actually, when I did, I went to a wind tunnel with, in a bike, they like contest like what's the fastest way, and we were testing out different ways to wear your hair, and the fastest way to wear your hair is in braids.
No way! I love that.
Yeah, so it actually is true. That,
oh
like,
my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, you're onto something. You're like, you have to be arrow, right? In those 100-meter sprints and steeplechases, everything.
I actually really like this one. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I need to look in a mirror. I'm so sad.
Go check it out.
I just am so excited how quick it is too. Like I was imagining this would be an hour thing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And you still signed up for this.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
Yeah, girl.
Colleen's my favorite.
Aw, you're my favorite. She's just sitting back as the camera.
I am not. No, I love
Thanks
it.
for letting me braid your hair.
Yeah, thank you. I really hope they stay until tomorrow because I want to try a workout in it. Yeah.
That's Fast Braid Friday in a nutshell.
So,
if you braid your hair, make sure and use Fast Braid Friday.
Hashtag. That means hashtag, I think. Yeah, I'm so old. She needs to teach me things. But yes, yeah. Thanks, Colleen.
Thank you
for joining me, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure if you do some fast braids to tag Colleen.
Tag me. I want to see.
Yeah.
And show me what you come up with. If you come up with a new style, I want to see. I've been known to emulate styles of people that have tagged me and stuff that I've never seen before. I wore one at nationals this year when I won my first national title. I wore a style that I just saw someone wearing on Instagram.
Oh, cool.
And copied them. So
Aww,
you never know.
fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Non-committal, help you with your career.